Good day, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. All our videos for educational purpose only. We're not your financial advisor, and this is not a trading room. Whatever you do, it is at your own risk, please. You have to be careful a little bit at the beginning. Now, let me show you a little bit. Especially for the auto trade, the whole concept, what we do here is not trying to teach you price action or God forbid if I say manual trading, because nobody want to do manual trading, but at least we need to know how to manage an auto trade, So an auto trade is not a dishwasher machine. You turn it on in the morning and it start bubbling up dollar. Just let me show you what we have, because we have to understand what we have before we unleash any type of an auto trade, whether it's mine or somebody else is irrelevant. If we look at the ES from 835, okay, it's very clear. If we look from 835, it's very clear this market is sideways. And I don't like, for people know me, I don't like to draw too many lines, because I think it's already a busy chart. So I will try to take a snapshot of it and I will work outside the chart. This is how I prefer. So if we take a picture of this one here, and then we take any color, doesn't matter. We can see where is the resistance right there, and we can see where is the support right here. Okay, so any given auto trade, any type of an auto trade, even a scalper needs a couple bars to initiate signal, and that is not good enough. This market condition is not good enough for trading. Now, this chart is 1 minute. Please bear with me. I've been doing this for 30 years. If you want to listen to my opinion, welcome. If you are much smarter than me, I congratulate you. But bear with me a little bit and let me explain to you. Well, I'm not using a 1 minute chart. I'm using 5 minutes. Very good. Yes, you're using 5 minutes and your stop loss is higher on a higher time frame and your target is blah, blah, blah. I don't want to go right through all this. But when we are a future trader and we are in and out of the market daily, and sometimes our trades is 1 minute, sometimes our trade is 15 minutes, sometimes we can grab a trend and stay with it all day long. This condition, any type of an auto trade, we have a lot of a scalping system. We have a reversal, we have the institutional auto trade, we have the BBT system, we have the M strategy, we have many. We have 20 auto trade in your package. It's not a lack of development code, and we are using the latest technology, updating non-stop. It's not that. It's the condition of this market with this ES. The ES is I have a gentleman asking me, I'm installing the system. He said, what does an ES stand for? You have to be careful, because the ES is, whether you trade the ES or not, is representing the 500 company. It is a big chunk of this market, and we cannot avoid it beside the NASDAQ. So if we look at this pictures itself, by the time your auto trade taking a trade, and it's gonna take a couple bars to take a trade, the market is gonna go against you. Then the market was flat By the time your auto trade take a short trade, the market is gonna jump on the other direction. So what I'm trying to tell you, with all the respect to this auto trade, the dishwasher machine you bought from a guy, he hardly can trade a paper bag, selling you an auto trade, leaving you out there swimming with sharks. You have to understand that is not gonna bill you out by doing optimization or stupid template, including my stupid template. It's not gonna help you. This market condition is not tradable whether you are a manual or you are an auto trader. You have to respect what you are looking at the chart. If you do not do this, many questions on the internet, do auto trade works, or people say it works, some people say it don't. In my 30 years experience, if you can trade, if this market is, you can trade it manually, you can auto trade it. If you can trade it manually. Now, the majority of those traders cannot trade manually. I just spoke to a gentleman, he's struggling, and he's been around for 25 years, not on the future. The future trading, if you want to auto trade it, in one hand, you need the auto trade to work. On the other hand, you need to look at the market condition, because you are the captain on that auto trade and you need to control it. Now, if we see in this market here, the momentum, what is the momentum? It's like a pressure in your tires, the pressure in the market. We need to understand what is the pressure in the market. And then what we need, the fib lines, the levels. Now, if we just bear with me, because you say I'm auto trading, this is not my problem, it is your problem. When you open your Ninja Trader, sir, it is your problem. If we look at this market, there is a heavy support area in here. The momentum, the pressure in the market here is from 1 to 30 minutes, from 1 to 30 minutes, and the sellers way over the buyers in conjunction with the 6 different time frame. That's what separates a trader from a trader, because you are a future trader. You're not a banana trader. Future trader means you need to predict the future, not the stupid double top and double bottom and overbought and oversold indicators, those baby stuff. You need to predict this first bar, where it's going. That's your job as a future trader. All this nonsense, pattern and all this moving averages and all, it's not for you on a daily basis. So as we see here, the market start losing the pressure. When the market start losing the pressure, indicating that thick wall, as we said before, this is a very heavy resistance. When you kick the door the first time, the second time, the third time, the more you kick that door, the more it's going to get weaker until you're able to open the door. And this is exactly what's going on the ES. He kept hammering on that door called support. It's a thick support. It's a very thick door. And he keep hammering on it until this support area getting weakened, and then we going to have a breakout from those level here. So that's what we are experiencing here. This ES is trying to get the last nail on that door, and it's gonna go down. Once the trader understand what's going on in the market, it's become irrelevant if he is auto trading the Nasdaq on 1 minute, 2 minute, range bar, whatever, because you are making the decision You know what's going on in the market based on your 1 minute. Why the 1 minute? Because you go in and out of the market constantly. You are borrowing, you don't have any inventory, you cannot move the market. You're borrowing, you're renting a car from a dealer, and then you have to deliver it back before the closing hour. And the same guy you are borrowing this ES from, he's moving the market. If you comprehend what I'm saying, this is not a picnic trading. And anyone in the last 30 years, an educated person, come into the future trading, his success is 0 to none. He might go ahead and get away for a couple days. He's gonna drop on his head the third day. There is no person beside all those fake, they post some kind of back testing, forward testing, and then I just been speaking to one guy right now. He fell into 2 different companies. They're advertised, they are a good marketer, and then when he jumped in, it was nothing in there. So what I'm saying, you have to depend on yourself when you are auto trading to read the market. If you're not educated enough, there is no template on this earth, there is no system on this earth. It's gonna make your life better trading the future. All this nonsense you hear about the advertisement that he can show you making $50,000 a month and $100,000 a month. Look at his teeth, for God's sake. Look at his clothes, and you be the judge. Actually, last year we had a guy, he making a video how successful it was out of a jet. And you think he's on his private jet. And then one of my clients in California told me there is a studio in California for $15. You can go inside the cabin, look like a jet, and then you start making video and take a picture, and you look like a hotshot banana. So, and I said, how come this guy come in on a jet every time? Because I'm an aircraft engineer, I know how much it costs. Just if you are in Texas trying to turn on the cooler system in there. And it turned out it was a studio in California for $15. You can go in, make a video, and pretend like you are rich. What is funny about it, because I saw 2 different success guys marketing about trading, it turned out they have the same jet. It turned out they are from the same studio. So, doesn't matter. What I'm saying is, it is the only one you have to depend on yourself to read the market. Whatever indicators you have, whatever system you have to understand them. And so, besides you are troubling with your auto trade and asking yourself why you're not making money today. If we look at this area here, this is the last drop from this heavy support area right there. Now we have another system telling you where to sell and where to cash in. This is a total different system from the other auto trade. And this system here coming from the market analyzer on the top. If we monitor what happened in the momentum here from 1 to 30 minutes, the pressure in the market start getting red and red. Before it was a half a green. I don't want to go through details each one by one. It was a half a green and half red, and now start getting all in red. If we look at the news, there is not really, at this moment, there is no high news until 11:30. So hopefully by 11 o'clock we are done. So, so what to do in here? As I said before, when the market is sideways on the ES and NASDAQ, always, 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 it does not mean, as a trader, does not mean you're out of business. Every time you see the ES and the NASDAQ going sideways, without blinking, change your horse to the CL or gold. I prefer the CL, but you can do the gold. Why? All those older guys know the trick. When there is problem with the ES today, you cannot make money. You turn around on the CL, it's working. We don't care which horse we ride as long as we can win at the end of the day. We don't care if we are trading CL or ES as long as we can buy bread tomorrow with it. So if we take the CL as an example, it's moving beautifully. When the trouble in one heaven is a pleasure on the other side. So the auto trades took those trades all the way down to the support area, and now climb to the target one is an institutional number. There's a 3 institutional number. Nobody has them. Nobody and Ninja Trader partner have it. Those from the older school, and most of them, they don't even know what they are, because they've never been 30 years ago in this business. Anyway, you have only 3 targets a day. The target 1, institutional number. Target 2, so what happened on the CL, institutional number, profit taking, coming to the support area. By 11 o'clock, we should be hitting target 2, profit taking. Once we hit target 2, the market stays around 30 minutes between target 1 and target 2. And this is a trap for beginners, because this is where they lose all the money. Simple. So if we look at the CL, is moving much more beautifully than the ES. Every time, doesn't matter what auto trade you got it from, doesn't matter what company, we're not attacking the auto trade, wherever you got it from. When you see your auto trade in trouble, does not mean you are using a wrong template. It does not mean you are using a wrong time frame. What does that mean? You're not looking at your charts. Gentlemen, there is no luck in here. There is no luck in here. The more you learn, the more you become success. Trader has no money, has no experience, is equal to disaster. It's not equal to success. You cannot make that guy fly. When he has no experience and no money, it's not going to be equal to success. I don't care what system you have. It's equal to big banana. That's what it is. It's just a guy dreaming. There is no shortcut in the trading. There is no shortcut. I will not be sitting here miserably in this weather today behind the screen if there is a shortcut. There is no shortcut. You don't learn, you don't earn. Simple as that. This is a place where there is money. Somebody else is trying to put his hand in your throat and taking your money, and you have to do the same. It's a big fight in here. When you are turning on your Ninja Trader, you're putting your account on the table against somebody in China or Germany or France or Arizona or California, you're betting your account against someone you don't even see, and you're not the only one is auto trading. And then it depends on that trader behind the screen. The guy is more equipped, the more trained, is gonna whack the weak trader. Don't be fooled by those commercials. If you're not trained, you're not equipped, and the other guy somewhere in Arizona, California, New York, Honolulu, whatever, he's equipped and educated, and he's using the latest technology. How in the hell are you gonna beat him? He's gonna beat your account. You know. So what I'm saying is a race. This is a race. You don't have to think about your front of your monitor with your template and your auto trade. You have to think about what the other guy is doing and how much they are more advanced than you are. We have a gentleman here with the Apex. We have a lot of people with this company. He won 20 accounts in one shot. 20 accounts. You know, and they give him money for 20 accounts. But the guy works, you know. He don't send us an email how much money I can make when I'm sleeping. You know, the guy worked from morning till evening behind the screen. He earned. So what I'm saying is, this profit taken here on the CL, and then this is the re-entry point on the CL. When you are using a dummy auto trade, just a moving average, or you put on it a moving average or an ATR, by this time you're taking short, and there is no short. Your auto trade is taking short because you're using a dummy auto trade. Don't think. Just below or above or below the moving average. It's doing nothing. So, as we see here, this is the support area. This is the area where you can re-enter the CL, and the market to drop. Yes, a drop for pullback, re-entry, but it's not short. So your auto trade is going on one direction and the market is going on the other direction. So do you think you're going to fix it by changing template? It's going to be the same problem. You think you're going to fix it by changing the time frame? It's going to be the same problem. You're not going to able to change the fact. You're not able to change the fact by changing templates. So the movement, the market movement, decides what you are going to get. You know. So again, gentlemen, you are the captain on your ship. If you are not the captain, you are a disaster. So again, let's go back to the subject. When you don't see any activities on the ES, you turn around and you whack the CL. You always can make money on the CL or gold maybe, but I prefer the CL. It's easier than the gold. Gold can be a little bit faster, and there is a little secret about the gold. You don't trade the gold. You trade the gold 2 hours before the market open. This is where you can get your peak on the gold when you trade it 2 hours prior to the opening. This is the best timing. I mean, there is best timing for every market, but the gold usually, before the markets open, usually they do a good job. So now the ES dropped. The momentum, we know that. We knew that the ES is trying to break that thick door, and he finally broke it. And now we are going to the estimation. It was a sell trade here, target here. I don't know if we have one of the auto trades still open or they all closed. Let me see. They all hit the target, so they all the auto trade hit the target, so they closed the trade. And yes, we have a gentleman. I trade the gold on the yes, and I have a couple of guys also Autotrade and the gold doing the European session is doing very, you know, Monday you approach the market differently, Tuesday you approach it differently, middle of the week you approach it differently, Friday you approach it differently. You start developing, you know what's going on. Monday is not Tuesday, Tuesday is not Wednesday. Every day, like on Monday, you should not come in and start turning on your swing, on your swing trading on Monday. As an example, here's an ES. You don't turn on the swing trading on Monday. You turn it on Tuesday. Monday is always preferable to be scalping. Friday, you need to get up a little bit early or late. And you let those guys make a mess on Friday. Usually they lose money on the first couple hours on a Friday. They close their computers, ready for the weekend, and then the big guys start coming in after 12 o'clock. Or, depends on if you are an early bird, you come in before the market open on Friday and you auto trade and you get it over with before those new traders come in and make a mess in the market movement. So, so as we see here, the ES hit the support area with a reversal. We have an auto trade making 2,300 or 100, doesn't matter. The numbers is irrelevant. The question is how far we can, I mean, the auto trade is gonna close. You can use a trailing stop and you can do all this. But for me, also, I wanna know when I'm maybe you're gonna say, I don't have time for that. You don't have time for that, then you should not ask to earn money. If you don't have time to earn money, then go sell banana somewhere in the front yard of your house or somewhere. When you don't have time to make money, I have no magic to make money for you. So you hear that a lot, like, oh, I get depressed. You get depressed, go sell bananas. Don't trade in the market. You don't have time. Well, you have time to use the money, but you don't have time to earn it. Then go sell bananas somewhere or sell something, candy or something. But you cannot say, I don't have time. And the trading, you cannot say, I don't have time. I mean, you can work, like if you are working in an office or in a gas station, but you need to keep your eye on the market. You can work and you keep your eye on the market is acceptable. You let the auto trade take the trade, but you need to keep your eye on the market in case if the market, you got overfilled, your computer restarted itself, you lost internet connection. But we need to keep our eye on it. Like if you are busy, you can look at the chart every 5 minutes, is acceptable. But you are completely, you want to be out of it, and you want to be gone for 8 hours, then you are in a wrong business. So if we notice here, the ES hit the support area, and we are auto trading, and we have some auto trades on the 1 minute chart. This is an example. This is a 1 minute chart, and the technical chart on the Nasdaq is 1 minute, okay? And we have 7,000 on that trade. How we can maximize that trade? Of course, the auto trade can close itself when it changes direction, or you can use a trailing stop, but you will never see big money when you are using trailing stop. The system here, we are auto trading 1 minute. We are looking at the technical chart for 1 minute. If we notice here, why the Nasdaq stopped here? Why? Look at the ES. Oh, I don't trade ES. You have to look at the ES. Always, whether you are auto trading Nasdaq, ES, you have to put them together. because sometimes one of them would drag the other one. What happened here? The system calculated to take a profit, another system we have, to take a profit at 15774. Okay. If you don't want to do anything, you can take a profit here. Now, why this Nasdaq stopping? Look at the ES. The ES came into the support area and he fired a couple of reversal, indicating be careful in here. Start firing a couple of reversal. Are we out of the short? No. We're not out of the short. This is just a pullback. It's like you're climbing the stairs, and then you climb the first floor, the second floor, then you relax a little bit, and you start climbing the second, the third. So the market is taking a break. Why? If we look at this market condition, the market dropped very fast. Every time the market drop fast, has to retrace and clarify every step. Has to clarify every step. So the Nasdaq was 7,000 in a profit, and now is shrinking to 5,700. The things is, we understand what's going on the ES, and we understand there is a support area in here, and because of this fast drop, it's taking a break before a climb to the third and the fourth floor. It's taking a break. So how is the system here? It's still in red. This means there is going back down. The used to be support and become resistant, weak resistant, and then we are going to see, you can see there is some buyers jumping on the market, but the market is taking a break, and this is where you need to start making decision when you take your profit and maximize your profit. Now, let's say you want to secure your profit on the trade with the Nasdaq, and you want to close that trade. Okay, we can say close position. We close position 5,500. As an auto trader, you're done for today. Okay, let's say that, because by 11 o'clock, gentlemen, you need to start taking your profit off the table. This is not something you sit down in Las Vegas all day long, shoveling carts and make money. We can close that trade, secure a profit. Where is the second re-entry on the Nasdaq? It's right there. It's 15830. For an auto trading, we're done with the auto trading. But if the market continue going up, I can take one trade manually. There's no problem with that. Or if you want to stay out of trouble, you just close your computer and run as fast as you can. You should not be sitting all day long pumping money in the market, because you cannot pump money every minute in the market. Whoever told you that is a fool. He don't know anything about the market. The market allow you to make money. The market allow you to make money, not your auto trade, not my auto trade, not some kind of trading room, not some bozo, I don't know where he come from, telling you I made and I made. He did not make anything. The market allowed him to make. Remember that. If the market is flat, where he's gonna make his money from? Nowhere. Where he's gonna get hair out of a bald-headed man? Nowhere. The market allow you to make money. And when the market opened the door for you, you need to take care of it immediately. So now we have a high news around 11:30. At this moment it's 10:36. Most of the traders, they want to bail out of the market around 11 o'clock. So we close that trade on the Nasdaq. The ES, if you notice, there is a V shape V shape in here, which you don't see very often after the internet and everybody start coming into the market. But where is the entry on the ES? Most of those auto trade gentlemen, they start taking a long trade. There is no long trade. There is no long trade. You're going in the wrong direction. It's a short, short, short. There is no long trade. So when you are reading the market, gentlemen, also, we don't need to get emotionally involved with the trade, but we can also say long only. So you allow your auto trade to take long only without being involved with your feeling. Or we can close it and we say short only. So when there is such a maneuver like this, I want to direct it short only. Why? Again, let me show you. If we look at this, gentlemen, believe me or not, there is a places on the chart are tradable. Look, what I'm explaining here on YouTube, people pay thousands of dollars to learn. And the reason, what I'm getting out of it, because I'm fighting those fools selling you dreams where they don't exist. Because when a guy come in, the expectation is so high. You hear a guy say, I want to make 1,000 today, tomorrow I want it 2,000, and 2,000 has to be 4,000. And if he cannot accomplish this, he's gonna get his feeling hurt. So I wanna fight that. And if you think somebody have the magic crystal ball, please dive in and get 2 licenses. In case if he pass out from eating hamburgers, you have his 2 licenses. There is nothing here magic, folks. There is no one is gonna able to bill you out of the market if you don't earn it. This maneuver here on this ES, every single amateur trader right now is going long. Every single amateur trader. And he's making a couple $100 here. I'm not questioning about how much he's making. He's making a couple of $100 here. But look at the chart. While this amateur guy getting excited he got $200 on a trade, I will be sitting here and put in a sell order to go short. I'm not gonna play these noises in the market. I will be sitting right there at 46.22 selling when the amateur guy is buying. Why? For God's sake, look how many lines above. Question is, how are you gonna trade between all those lines? Exactly, you cannot trade. Exactly. How are you gonna trade above those lines? This is a turbulence. This is a place, a market does not have pressure. The market don't have momentum. It's not able to break that thick wall. It's gonna be staying resistant here, not unless if there is some kind of breaking news. So, do we have long? No, we do not have long. This market going back while the amateur trader jump into the long. As you as a professional trader, you put a sell order here. And what is nice about this sell position order here, you're not relying on your stop loss. Why? Because if we want to go short here, your stop loss is unprotected, for God's sake. It's like you are laying $300 on the floor in the supermarket and expecting no one picking it up. Put in a short in here and put a stop loss, you are unprotected. Put a short right below the fib, right below the thick line. You are very well protected. and then you put the stop loss one line above, it doesn't matter, because you are very well protected. And if the market decide to take you out of that trade, you did the proper job, you did your defense, you defended, you secured your trade, and the market did go against you, and welcome to trading. Nobody said life is perfect. But you do not take a trade in the middle and you put a stop loss, which is the biggest mistake traders do. And protected stop loss. And you hear people, I go 25 ticks on a stop loss. Really? Really? Wow. Your mother must be very proud of you. Every trade has a stop loss differently. It's not just a box of an ice cream you buy from a supermarket. If you put a sell order here, or if you put the sell order here, it's the same stop loss. Where you have the stop loss is right there. Right there. 2 lines above. So whether you take the short from here or here, it's still the same stop loss. Because we don't put a stop loss, I use 25 ticks for stop loss. This guy is a disaster. Don't listen to him. He cannot trade a paperback. Because every stop, you need to protect your trade. You need to protect your trade. You do not put stop loss somewhere. Let's say if I want to trade and I see this market going down, and when I see my stop loss is very far, I prefer to waive that trade because I'm unprotected. When you are unprotected, you are exposing your money. You are gambling with the money. It's like you're throwing money out of the window. So, if we notice here, there is some buyers coming in. I'm not going to argue with that. The buyers and the sellers with 6 different time almost equal. The market is really confused in here. But then you have your momentum more to the red than the green from 1 to 30 minutes, indicating there is weakness in the market and this market not able to break that wall. This is what is a future trader about. Not some kind of stupid template and stupid indicator. As a future trader, you have to understand where you are in the market. You know, and here it is. Let's look at the Nasdaq and we compare the Nasdaq on this Nasdaq here. This is the key point between long and short. If this Nasdaq, if this Nasdaq go above that number, it's going to be long and there is no more short trade. But listen to this trick. Always, when you are auto trading, I don't want to teach you manual trading, but when you are auto trading, your money is not in the template, your money is not in my auto trade or somebody else auto trade. Your money is in the ES, because the ES is the best signal in the house. Even when you are in the morning, European, you trade in the DAX. The DAX is in Deutschland. And the ES is on a different planet, but also the DAX follow the ES. A lot of European traders don't know that. This Nasdaq, if we look at the ES, as we agreed, there is a thick wall. And look what happened. Look what happened to the ES. Stopped dropping. Why? Because of the thick wall. He's gonna work on it to make it weak so he can break that door. So as we see, the ES is not responding with the Nasdaq. So when you are auto trading, you have to keep your gun is your mouth. You have to keep your hands on the mouth and ready for taking a profit immediately on any long trade on the Nasdaq. Because what is happening here is an illusion. There is no long trade on the Nasdaq because the ES is not responding. They're not working together. When they are not working together, it's going to be some confliction. So when you are taking, or your auto trade taking a long trade here, that's fine. We're happy. We're making money. But keep your hands closed for immediate close order, even if you are auto trading. Why? Because this happiness is not going to stay long. It's not going to stay long. If we look at the ES is dropping and is going to drag the Nasdaq with him. So this guy is auto trading the Nasdaq. He's concentrating on his P&L, and he's avoiding the danger. There is sharks under his feet, and he's looking at somebody with a swimsuit, nice. But he forgot there is sharks under his feet. So what I'm saying is the ES is dragging the Nasdaq down. So there is no long trade on the Nasdaq. So as I said before, the ES or any given chart, there is the chart always, gentlemen, is a split in 3 sections. Not 1, not 2, 3 sections. The short, let me take a picture of it. Below that line is the short. Above that line is long. And this one here is short. What is in here? Turbulence. You don't want to ride turbulence. You either fly above or below. This is unacceptable to trade. With all the respect from whatever auto trade you have, this you will not auto trade it, you will not manual trade it, you will not banana trade it, you will leave it alone. This is not your game. Whereas this turbulence, this is not your game. We either fly below or we fly above. So when we are auto trading, I don't want to teach price action, but when we are auto trading, you have to understand when you're auto trade diving in a big pile of mud and you need to get out. There is no template that's going to help you. There is no auto trade that's going to help you. And this is a sweet guy promising you $50,000 a month's profit. He's eating banana somewhere and he's not able to help you. So, and here it is, the market taking a dive again, and welcome to trading. This is it. Here it is. There we go. Folks, we are extremely busy today, and I want you to be careful with your trade, and please be careful with the trade and be careful with those guys promising you heaven for $99.95, please snap out of it and try to make time to learn. Try to make time. Try to develop knowledge. You know, don't just depend on stupid templates and somebody promising you going to heaven for $99.95. And everyone is going to tell you follow the rules. What rules? What rules? The market has no rules. The market don't care about my rules, don't care about your rules. And the market, we cannot beat the market. We don't have rules in the market, which you hear very often. And then when you flunk, they say you didn't follow the rules. What rules? There is no rules in here. There is something called survivor. If you don't know how to survive between sharks, then the problem is you. Because you are putting your account against someone else. Much more educated, much more powerful than you are, using the latest technology. You are sitting in a red light with a Pinto, and you have a guy sitting in a car with a high performance Ferrari or Porsche or something, and you want to beat him up. You're not. Keep trying, keep changing. You're not. You don't have the knowledge. You don't have the knowledge. The market, don't ask me how much money I need to invest. Tell me how much knowledge you have. Don't tell me how much money you have, because if you have $1 million, you don't know what you're doing. You're going to lose it. But you're not going to make $1 million in one day. I promise you that much. Folks, that's all what we have for you today. I apologize.